Hey there everyone, this is Life. Welcome to Labyrinth of Touhou 2. If you skipped exposition episode, the game essentially just goes through a huge stat wall, then you're dumped in this town with 4 characters that you don't know what to do with. There's a few functions of the town that are very important, but we're not going to get to today. We're not going to visit the shrine today, and well, we might visit the shrine today, but we might not visit the shrine today. Like those two. So let's get this started. So there's nothing we can really do to start except go into the tree and save the game. We've already saved the game, so we don't need to do that. The Great Tree doesn't give you any prompts. Let's go ahead and go to the Magic Library and get some important stuff done there. Yep, this is the library. Patchy's here! Everyone's favorite mage. Except mine, it's not my favorite mage. Yes, just give us free stuff. Marissa knows exactly how to get this done. Woo! Mission successful! Give it to us now. Give it to us now. Aw. Costs money. Fair enough, though that doesn't explain why your utensils doesn't explain why the money scales as you get more stats. Alright, so this is the first most intricate system in the game, is character stat ups in the library. Because not everyone's stats work the same way. As you can imagine, like pouring attack into Marissa is the most pointless thing on the planet. Not only does she never use the attack stat, the only way she will use the attack stat is if you get the attack stat higher than the magic stat. And for that to be possible on Marissa, you literally have to ignore magic entirely and boost attack as much as possible. And that's pointless. It's completely, totally pointless. Every character has a different cost to increasing their stats. The easiest example you can see here is that, like, to increase Mystic here costs 46, to increase it here costs 43. People scale in a different way. So some characters will cost less to upgrade than others. That's the main points that kind of matter. We're gonna do some very important things here. So, everyone's kind of tied at 103 speed, but some of these people are like fractions higher than others, so Keen is likely to move first. If I remember right, Keen's the one who moves first, followed by Reimu. We want Marissa to move first, because she's our main sweeper, so we're going to punch, like, 3 levels into speed? 4? And then we're going to pump the rest into magic, because I'm greedy. And also because we're going to be using Marissa a lot. So it's safe for me to just pour that into her now. It doesn't look like a huge upgrade. It really isn't. Because this early in the game, the numbers are so small. But because this game likes to snowball numbers, that will make more of an impact as life goes on. Okay. You can also do skill resets here. You use your skill points through this menu. And you can reset characters' skills through that. I'm pretty sure that's how this works. So, like, for example, yeah, there's no level up bonuses or skill points to gain. And I'm pretty sure that's a free function that you don't need to use anything for. I might be wrong. There might be Tomes of Reincarnation in there, but I forget exactly how it works, so... We don't need to visit that. We don't need to visit that yet. Let's go to Nidori's workshop, learn more about shopping. Hello there, Kappa. Well, apparently she doesn't exist if our protagonists are to be trusted. Wow, just borrow Nidori's wrench, I guess. Yay, Nidori doesn't have to complain anymore. I'm pretty sure humans won't touch the tree, Nidori. It's a really good plan, except for the fact that only 2 humans have come here. No, we're not kidding. And Renazuka puts the nail through the head. Sorry, Nidori. No, Nidori, stay. We need you. Dirt poor Shrine Maiden. Poor Reimu. Anyways, you can buy and sell stuff here. We don't have any items to sell, or like, we can buy things, but I spent all my money, and 100 money isn't enough for any of these things anyway. 100 money wasn't even enough for any of these things, so we had nothing to worry about. Alright, that's those 2 places. We can go to the school now, but think I'll wait until we have achievements before we come back here, so don't worry about that. Let's go over our characters, because this introduction section has not gone on long enough, has it? Alright, so we have, to start with, Reimu, Marissa, Reno, and Keen. I'm going to be using nicknames, just to make things simple, because I don't like saying the whole name all the time. So, you can see their base stats here. This is kind of the easy way to figure out what you should kind of focus them in. So for example, Renosuke is absolutely trash at everything, while Marissa is really, really good at magic and really, really bad at defense. Kind of gives you a sense of what roles are supposed to fill and what you're supposed to do with it. Now that we have our 4 characters, let's learn more about them. Renosuke is a support. He has a lot of stuff. He has some useful debuffs down here. These are his attack skills. Notice that they're both support skills. They don't do damage. Renosuke is not a very good attacker. If you want Renosuke to punch people in the face, you can do that. It's not until later though, and you're going to want to have this skill, and that skill is pretty expensive. And this guy has some really useful passives. I've already invested in Gensokyo's Shopkeeper, because 12% extra chance of getting item drops is actually really good, as it turns out. And there's not too much to say here. He's useful to support early game. The ability to remove poison is really strong. Most of the time he's not attacking, most of the time he's buffing someone else who's more capable than him. And otherwise he is a meat shield, and meat shields are fantastic in a lot of regards, especially in the early game. So praise the meat shield. Keen is a support attacker. She has some useful skills. Like, this is really a really nice experience boost. Every time it's her turn, gaining mind is really good. Whenever she gets hit, raising her defenses is pretty good. Like, there's lots of pretty good stuff in here. And in actuality, it's not that bad. With Moku is really, really strong. If when you get Moku, you want to use the two together, it's actually kind of cool, though not my preferred strategy. So overall, I'm gonna say Keen's mediocre if you don't play to her strengths, and you have to try to play to her strengths. Like, I do think these attack skills are really, they're AoE, but they're pretty mediocre damage-wise, at least compared to other sweepers. So it's only really useful if you're hitting weakness. There's some ghost enemies early in the game where the new history is good against, and there's some Kodama that are weak to dark, so it's not all bad, but I do think Keen's really mediocre, and I usually get rid of her as quickly as possible. Reimu is the main support character in the game up until you get, like, Sanae, or somebody like that, or I guess Yukari, but eh. She has a really nice defense buff that's really, really nice, and she has a really nice healing skill that's also really, really nice. So you're gonna be... She is support central. She has a lot of good skills for supporting. For example, if she dies, just healing everyone is really nice. She can reduce spirit damage intake. This is important against one of the first bosses, which is pretty nice. She has this nice support skill, where even if she's on the back line, people can restore at MP, which is really nice. What I'm saying is Reimu has a lot of really nice skills, and Grin Incantation plus, like, Hakurai Barrier, she has a lot of self-synergy, and it's nice. Marissa is standard mage. You really can't get more standard than this. She can be really strong. For reference, the magic training skill right here is a 20% attack up for each level of it. And she applies it not only to herself, but to all Mystic Mage attackers. So during my cursory run, I was able to get a really good value out of even just this skill. She has Malice Cannon as well, which is really good. And she has Sheer Force, which is also really good. Unfortunately, getting all these skills takes a while, but once you have them, it's like, this is a great character. Okay, and that's it. Alright, that didn't take too long. Well, the playtime says 20 minutes because it took me several takes to get all those people through. I'm not trying not to take 20 minutes to just explain characters, but sometimes I want to be more efficient, and that's how it gets done. Let's go into the tree for the first time, damn it. We're done wallowing in here. Let's play the game. You don't say, even though we only just entered. There should be like a clear outside, but nope. Wow, that's very optimistic of you. Well, that's because you have done so many bizarre things across all the worlds, Reimu. Wow, Marissa, don't get ahead of yourself for getting there. Yes. Keep the main characters in check. No, we need you as a meat shield. Yes, Heartless. Alright. You use the arrow keys to move. Up is north in perspective. North is to the northeast, but it's isometric. It doesn't matter. You just use the arrow keys to move. There's an encounter rate that goes up. There's a mini-map. It's much nicer than Lot 1. It's a lot nicer than Lot 1. At least looks-wise. It's a very, very pretty game compared to Lot 1. We're gonna go bug a gardener real quick, and then we'll be ready to start proper, I think. It's Yomu! Well, obviously we got a mystery to solve. Yes, they do. You didn't want to come here? What, what's her face? I forgot her name. There we go, Yuyuko. She appeared bored. Okay. That sounds completely like her. No. Aw, but she tried hard. Yeah, she is pretty impossible. Yeah, Reimu knows her stuff. I thought Keen would say something like that. Ooh, that's a problem. Wow, she's really surprised. Well, it looks like we gotta go find her sword. Yeah, I will. Well, the main characters might not want to, but we will. Marissa says we won't do it, but we are actually going to do it, don't you worry. This is a nice circle. We're gonna come back for Yomu later when we find her sword. Here's a bunch of Kodamas. Here's how you melt a bunch of Kodamas. They're weak to dark, so this is a joke set, basically, at the beginning of the game. Woo. Well, it's also not too bad if the attack command is probably amongst the worst command in the game. So, as long as you don't use that too much, you're usually fine. Yeah, so the game is actually very lax, and the game, doesn't even slap your wrist. If you make a mistake and you wipe, the game's just like, okay, we're just gonna put you back in town. You can try again whenever you want. It doesn't cost you anything. The game is really nice about it. The game is really nice about this. But it is important to know about the TP system, which I think the game is about to go into. Character that recovers HP after being defeated, a large amount of TP will get drained from them. When a character loses all of their TP, they, yeah. The game explained it perfectly there on the screen. I didn't have to say anything. There is an exception to this. There's a character in the game called Shurno. She has a skill that reduces TP loss, but it only applies to her. But it's really nice on her, because if she gets hit, it's like, you don't want her, you need her a lot. So, I'm just rambling at this point. Let's go pick up stuff. Alright, so, whenever you find equipment, just immediately equip it on somebody, even if it doesn't make sense. Most of the time you can find somebody to equip it to and it makes sense, but it just doesn't make sense not to put it on immediately for the immediate benefits, because it's immediate. And I think we can... Oh, what else do I want to get done today? Probably Rumia. No, Rumia is going to take manga meat. Nah. Nut Eaters are fast, and it's kind of impossible not to get hit by them, so you just kind of accept getting hit by them. I thought I leveled up Marissa's speed. I think I did level up Marissa's speed. Was it not enough to... Okay, so leveling up Marissa's speed wasn't enough to have her outspeed Keen and Reimu. That will probably fix itself when she gets a level up, though, so I'm not too worried about it. Plus, the enemies here are weak potatoes, so... I usually like walking over all the tiles. I could just beeline for Parsi and introduce you to her, but, you know, it's not that high on the priority list. Parsi's this way. Fine, we'll beeline for Parsi. Nut Eaters are fast, once again. Thankfully, we have Meat Shield number 1 and Meat Shield number 2 in the front, eating it for us. That was surprisingly effective. I don't usually expect Keen to be able to kill those things. Oh, I should beeline for Momiji. Nope, we're beelining for Momiji. Beeline for Momiji. Where did... I forgot where Momiji was. This is not Momiji. This is a shortcut. Okay, and then Rumia is over here. So I guess we're gonna say hi to Rumia. It's Rumia. Yeah, I know. She's actually really excited. Yes, somebody called. And she bumbles off. Very predictable. Alright, I want to try to beeline Momiji, but you gotta find Momiji first. Oh no, it's the damn nut. Okay, nut has high defense, so don't use your old history against it, because that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna sword people. Marissa needs a magic missile this thing in the face. It's the only way it dies. Except that she missed. Great, good job. We'll give her another shot here. I guess heal yourself so you lose less TP. It's marginal though. Die please, thank you. Those nuts are really annoying. The Yin Yang Orb and your magic missiles will do a decent chunk of damage to it though. I don't think Keen can do get enough damage to it. I think it's really specialized in one of the defenses, but I always forget which one it is. Also, Keen's out of MP now, so... There's this nice function, though, called Rest Here, which will rest your characters at expense... Well, not just at expense, but at great expense to your TP, to recover MP. It's really inefficient, but it's nice if you just don't want to bother. So, you know, there's Momiji. Give me the Awoo. The Awoo must be mine. Okay, Momiji acquired. That was easy. We already got a new character. Momiji's here! Okie dokie. They probably are. Aw, poor Momiji. Yep. Well, their information isn't exactly reliable. Compared to these crows, information coming from a serious white wolf. Oh my god, Marissa, I love you. Jesus. Yay, Momiji! Awoo is in our hands. Alright, Momiji is the last character I'll explain today. Let me see how long this is going for. Oh, we have more text. Marissa gives you the most useful bit of advice in the entire game. Woo. Oh man, Marissa's going to explain row mechanics for us. This is why I haven't been like explaining everything. It's because like the game is really good about like teaching you. It's much better than Lot 1. So much better. Characters in the front of the party to get targeted more often. Amongst the group. Yep. Alright, use you as a meat shield, got it. Okay, game's just putting in that extra bit of emphasis. Let me see how long I've been doing this for. Never mind. Now we got this because we recruited Momiji. Alan is going to explain the row mechanics. You can only have 4 people in the front row and 8 people in reserve. Stuff like that. Yeah, very naggy. Didn't make you say anything. Yes, that's all gonna be okay. Let's go to the human village and get that sorted out. But first, Renosuke is gonna give us a history lesson of human villages. Good perception, Marissa. Good perception. Oh man, I wonder who's paying. Yes, take it as a compliment this time. Ah, Renosuke, you are very, very shrewd. Very shrewd. Alright, let's get Momiji in here, though. Alright. Last character for the day. Since we already explained the first 4 knuckleheads. This is Momiji! The petty patrol Tengu. She's a wolf Tengu. Also known as a Wu. She's a tank. She can also be an attacker. It's your choice on how you want to build her. She is very effective as a tank. If you look at her elemental resistances, like, this is really solid, and not a lot of stuff in the early game does cold or mystic damage. So that's really nice in itself. These ailments could be better, but it's fine. She has a lot of TP, so she's just begging for you to put her in the front row. So guess what we're gonna do? Goodbye Keen, hello Momiji. Keen does have useful AoE skills, but I do find Momiji is just more useful in general. Because usually, like, Marissa does an AoE, not everything dies, and then Momiji has to pick up the slack or something like that. That's usually how it goes around. When it comes to her skills, she has access to these boosts automatically. It's really nice. It's, once again, encouraging you to build her as a tank, and gives you all these subtle hints. She does have an accuracy up skill that I think is really nice, and I usually try to get it pretty early. Though if you're not really into it, you can ignore it, though. The accuracy up is really, really nice in the early game, because Asteroid Belt tends to miss things. The flyer enemy bonus is kind of marginal. Accelerate's really good. Eyesight Perceive Reality is also really good. Oh my god, so many good things. Instant attack is really, like, she has, like, just those 3, like, these 3 right here. It's a lot of skill points, but, like, these skills are worth it, man. And then she has her 2 attack skills, which is this. It has a little bit of a piercing effect to it. Not a lot. The game says even against enemies with high defense. If an enemy has high defense, it will still absorb the bite a lot of the time. But really, it does have a little bit of defense ignore, which makes it pretty good. Along with the Eyes that Perceive Reality, it makes it really nice. And Expels Cannon is a really good AoE skill. Alright, we're done. Is that all I want to do today? Like, we did very marginal stuff. I'm not sure how long it's going to go for. Let's go check out Keen's school, see if there's anything here. And we insult Keen immediately. No, we don't want to study. Teach school children, I think. Yeah, so this is the bestiary, yes. Alright, so we don't have anything here. Here's the bestiary. You can see that the Kadamas are weak to fire and dark. So I'll go over this real quick. So the Kadamas, the red X's here denote weaknesses. Flashes denote, like, neutrals. And these circles denote resistances. Excuse me, I know this is very tough. These triangles are also weakness. If it's red, it's a weakness. If it's blue, it's a resistance. So like this has a minor weakness to fire and a minor weakness to physical, but it's really, really resistant to nature. That should be a pretty good overview here. So yeah, all the enemies work a different way. We don't have access to fire or cold attacks to deal with the nuts easily. It doesn't tell you, like, it tells you their HP, but it doesn't tell you what they are, what their what their stats are. So in a way it's limited, but it's still very useful. It also tells you item drop rate, so that's handy. We don't have any achievements yet, somehow. Anyways, I'm gonna stop there for the day, I think. Like, the timer is gonna say we've been here for 40 minutes. I took a long time just getting the first 4 explained in a way that I thought made sense. So, ignore that. In-game timer may as well be inaccurate at all times. Hey there, everyone, this has been Labyrinth. As always, thank you for watching. Next time, we'll get further in, and I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.